Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Mean. Welcome to the channel where anime and manga means more. Now, anyway, we just hit 100 subscribers. What was it? Tuesday? I think it was either Tuesday or Monday. But I just want to thank everybody. There are people that are subscribed to this channel that have been subscribed when I first made that first video, which was almost a year and a half ago. It was a year and about 5 months ago. There are still people that subscribe, comment, and watch the videos. So I've really got to thank those guys especially, and all the new people. I got to thank them for supporting what I do and whatnot, even after, yeah, so I got to thank all you guys, and we just hit 100, and we're at 107 currently. I really want to thank you guys. In this video, I'm actually going to be talking about that. I'm going to do a response to that Death and Morality video that the Insane Game Freak's done, and also Ziploc Gore. Now, it started off with a Skype call from the Cloud Village. Now, I'm actually part of the Cloud Village, and I was actually in that conversation where we talked about, whether, pretty much is the death penalty okay. Like Ziploc said, I'm in the middle, right? Hold on. It's hot. Turn the heat off. I'm in the middle. Now, does me being in the middle mean that I'm not, I don't think that we shouldn't, the death penalty shouldn't be allowed? Nope, I think that it definitely should be used. What I mean by I'm in the middle is this. I think that some people just need to be taken out. And I agree with it. And I'm not saying that hypothetically. I think they should be taken out. But I don't think we should do it for revenge. Now, I even said it in the call. The reason why I think some people should be taken out is not for revenge, but for prevention. Not to avenge somebody, but to prevent this from happening again. Let's say you have a brick, and the brick is evil, and you throw that into a pond. You're going to get those ripples. That evil is going to spread out. Now, in cases like where people are killing, and then there's certain people that are molesting, especially children and old women. Somebody recently was like a little over a year ago, like 2 years back, was molesting people on, what was it? I think it was Frankfurt. I'm not 100% sure. But he was down there raping old ladies. You see what I'm saying? Now, the reason why I think these type of people that are raping and killing and what else? Kind of crimes like where they're torturing people and stuff like that is past the point of whether I can forgive them. And the thing is this: if somebody rapes 4 and 5 kids, right? Y'all seen it on TV, right? They rape 4 and 5 kids, go to jail, and that's only if they're actually punished for this. Like a lot of those preachers and reverends and all them that was caught doing this didn't get punished for it because they said it was so long ago. So let's say that the person did get punished for it. Now, that person serves 5, 10 years, whatever. He comes out. He's back on the streets. He rapes another kid. The first thing that you should say, and the first thing that I would say is, what was he doing on this planet? Why was he given the opportunity to, attack again? Those types of crimes are crimes that have so much magnitude even on a small scale, just raping one person or just killing one person, somebody who just ties people up and tortures them down in the basement or whatever. Those types of crimes are crimes that we should never let happen again. If it happens one time, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. If that happens again, it is on us. We should never let, and some people say, well, you're playing God by killing people and blah, blah, blah. That's not killing. That's called prevention. I'm not killing him. I'm removing him from this planet. And plus the death penalty, what they're using, lethal injection, you don't even feel anything. You just go. That was a way of humanely disposing of garbage in the society, because we don't want to find out that the person was innocent and he got electrocuted and was frying, and that's why. Now there will be some casualties, you know what I'm saying? But that's just, don't even worry about that, because it's always going to be casualties. We got people that serving 20, 30 years or whatever, we find out they were innocent. So get that out your head. There's no way we're going to be 100% right every time. So get that out your head. Don't even bring that up to me. But if that happens again, I'm going to say, what was that person doing on this planet? That's going to be my first argument. Why was he here in order to do... If somebody rapes a kid, he's not doing that for... Like somebody said, well, people can be forgiven and whatnot. I said, well, what somebody does... In the call, I said, if they rape somebody, would you allow them to be around your kids? Would you want them to move next door? No. Why not? They can change. Okay, they can change, but our children, our elderly people, and our people in society that actually try to do something in this world, those are the people that we're risking for somebody who already went off the deep end. That shouldn't even be a thought. I'm not going to risk my sisters, my brothers, my cousins, my friends, my family, and people that are good in my life for somebody I don't know that's killing or raping and all other kinds of stuff in life. They should not even be... It shouldn't even be an option whether we should risk this. Now, Ziploc brought up a very good point where he says the person that actually does the killing, it will mess them up. That's true. That's why, and he's a big fan of the Rurouni Kenshin series. So, I don't know why I did this. Of the Rurouni Kenshin series. So, look at that series. There's a character, he knows it, Saito. Kill evil immediately. Now, am I saying that should be our thought? No. The normal average human is not going to do that. But those are the people that are supposed to pull the trigger. Look at the movie Unthinkable. Samuel L. Jackson. He was the one. He was getting ready to kill a couple kids. So, but he was on the side of good. He was going to kill a couple kids. Me personally, I said, get those kids back in there. Not saying that I want kids to be tortured or anything like that, but I am saying I don't want 10,000 other kids, killed and murdered because of this scumbag. And that's how Samuel L. Jackson felt. But I'm not going to be the one to do it. That's why he said, I only want me and my wife in the room at the time. So they can have free reign over this guy to do what they need to do to save countless other lives. You need some... Hello? You need somebody that's willing to do that. You need somebody that's on that's on your side, that's willing to do that, that's not going to go insane and start killing everybody, blah, blah, blah. That's what Samuel L. Jackson did in that movie. That's what you need in real life. Somebody that's going to do stuff that we can't do or we won't do or whatever. I'm not killing no kids. I'm not going to do it. That's why he didn't want people to see what was going on. Release him out there. Let him handle the job. Do what he need to do. You see what I'm saying? Because we don't live in a utopia. Everybody that keeps saying this, killing is just pure evil and there's no such thing, as killing without, killing just evil, period. They always keep talking about this utopian society. Me personally, I agree with utopian society. I think that it can be done. I think that, I don't think that we'll ever get to a point where, there will be no murders at all. But I do think we can get to a point where everybody's on common ground. There's no war and all that kind of stuff, where we can all be in a semi state of peace. But we don't live in a utopian society now. It's not logical or practical now. We have to create that society in order to even go by those rules or code of conduct and ethics that you thought of. It's like I'm gonna start working out as soon as I lose 10 pounds. I'm gonna start doing good as soon as something good happens for me. That's not gonna happen. You have to lose 10 pounds by working out first. The only time success comes before work is in the dictionary. If you want success, you have to work first. Meaning, if we want a utopian society, we got to smash these evil guys and actually, work on becoming a better nation first before we get to the point where we don't have to do it. You see what I'm saying? But as of right now, we're not a perfect society, and it's not even, doesn't even look practical or foreseeable. So we have to never mind. So the thing is this. The end all be all to my argument is this. I'm not trying to murder somebody just for revenge. I don't want vengeance. I don't care about justifying the people that was getting justice for the people that was that had the crime committed against them. My main thing is that although I'm vengeance is just far from my mind, although justice is actually the second thing, but my main thing, point blank period, is to not let that happen again. Crimes like that should never happen again. If somebody murders somebody, I don't put them on an island somewhere. I don't know. Don't let that happen. And another thing, one more final thought. If someone rapes somebody, but let's say, okay, first we'll start off murder. If somebody kills somebody, they can never be brought back. That crime can never be forgiven, period, because there's no way to rectify the situation. There is absolutely no way to rectify the situation. If the person that did it say, oh, I turned and I'm a good person now, that still doesn't rectify the situation. I don't care whether you changed and became a better guy. You haven't helped me out any. You know what I'm saying? You didn't do anything to bring the person back or to heal or to rectify or to reimburse me for the loss of a loved one. That's just not going to happen. But even more so with rape, even worse. The reason why I say even worse is because the person that was raped will never be the same. People that rape other people, a lot of times they've been raped by other people and it spreads. That person will never be the same. They will have to live, with that on their mind for the rest of their lives. That child, as soon as the first time, or even the elderly person, even though they're elderly, so they're not going to, have a whole, huge life ahead of them, which I'm not saying that they, is a good thing. What I'm saying is that as a child getting raped, is a little bit different from an elderly person, although I think they're both just as bad because you're picking on frail, people and stuff like that. But a child, they grow up warped with a warped mind because of what happened, and then they have a long life for them to go ahead and change and start raping other people. It can be carried on. They have a longer life to do that, and the person that's older might be able to process that better and say, that was, a one-time event and put that in the past. A person that's a child, what happens is that they grow up and that's all they know. I was raped, now I've raped somebody else. I've seen it happen before. Somebody got raped, they raped somebody else. We don't need that happening. So we need to, if somebody's going around doing this, I don't care who you are, this should never happen again. Point blank, plain. I don't care what you say. Never again. If it happens again, I'm going to say, why was this person on this planet? Period. It's our fault. If it happens again, it's our fault. It should never happen. Somebody does a crime that's so, Zip brought up Stalin and Hitler and whatnot. People that do stuff like that should never see the light of day again. Not for revenge, for prevention, to keep it from happening again. If it happens again, if some people have, went to jail for killing and then come out and kill somebody else again. People that are repeat offenders, they should get heftier punishment. And it's also to prevent other people from doing it. But once people see what you get when you do something stupid, people will be less enticed to do it. Oh, and I want to end the video, but there's one more point I gotta bring up. Rules. We live in a society. There has to be rules. There has to be certain things, certain codes of conduct to keep everybody, from bumping heads and stuff like that. Now, with rules, you have to have enforcement. Enforcement. You can't say, don't run, red lights and whatnot. And then if somebody do it, they have no kind of enforcement to as an incentive to keep them from doing it, because they're gonna say, well, if I do it, nothing's gonna happen. They're gonna do it anyway. Now I understand we have enforcement, but for a bigger crime, we need bigger enforcement, because let's say, in the society, you gotta have some kind of enforcement. It's just part of what goes along with it. Without it, then there's no even rules are meaningless. Somebody has said, well, I'm gonna run this red light because I know I'm gonna get a slap on the wrist or something for it. He runs a red light, 5 people get killed, and he says, my bad, and blah 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 blah. You can't bring back those people. But anyway, we need rules. We need enforcement. If you do some kind of crime that's so grotesque and evil, and it happens again, you shouldn't even been on this planet. I don't want to hear it. You shouldn't. If you do something to a certain extent, you shouldn't be on this planet. Not only like what Larry said. He said I don't care if they change. Me either. I'm not risking my kids and my family or the citizens in my city or in my immediate area or anybody to you. Period. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Go ahead and let me know what you think. You know what I'm saying? And what your stance is on this topic. Me personally, I'm pro prevention, not pro revenge, pro prevention. You let me know.